Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about accessing different characters and ligatures, and I'm going to show it to you on 3 platforms. First would be Illustrator, then Photoshop, and then lastly Affinity Designer. So while I'm in Illustrator, we've actually made it quite easy, and as long as you've downloaded all of the fonts, pretty much all you have to do is click into your type. I've got the Monogram font here, and then you just simply highlight the letter that you want to change, and then all of these different glyphs come up down here in the bottom for you to choose from. So you can see there's a ton of them here. So we can put that back to the way it is, and then we'll choose T, and then there's a bunch of different ones with flourishes and all kinds of stuff. Super easy to do, right? You basically just highlight the one you want and you are good to go there. Now we also have different ligatures, and so you can see here this is kind of happening. This R is coming down over this O. That's kind of how the font is already, but we can do something really cool with R and the O, for example, that you can't do with our other fonts. So a quick way to do this would be to go up to your window, go down to type, and then what you'll do is you'll hit open type. So if you're hovering over type right now, you'll see open type, and it will open up this panel right here. And so if I want to click this and I hit this little discretionary ligature thing right here, if I click that, boom, it goes to this really cool R under the risen O or something like that. And then if I don't like that, I can just take it off like that. Another way that you can get to all of these different characters, if you don't want to highlight them, you can also, again, go up to Window, go down to Type, and then click on Glyphs, and your little Glyphs panel will come up. But you can see all of the different glyphs, patterns, and all of that stuff. I can also add it to right here, and then now you can see here is all, you can see the little windows called glyphs, and here are all of the different things that you can choose from in here. Pretty easy, right? So this is going to work essentially the same way in Photoshop. So if I want to open up this type, which I can either double click to open it back up or just hit the little type button over here, I can highlight, and then boom, all my glyphs are showing up down here in the bottom like that. And then the same way for some of them don't have it, but most of them will have some kind of glyph like this. So if you don't like that very much, again, you can go up to Window, and you can just simply open up the glyphs, and it'll pop up over here on the right, which is pretty cool. Now the way that you would want to insert that, again, is you would double click and maybe delete that T. You would find the one that you like. Maybe it's this one, and we would double click, and then boom, it'll come in like that. So this is the same way, the same procedure as Illustrator, essentially works the same in Photoshop. I haven't found any different variants or anything like that. You can pretty much get everywhere you want. Alright, we're in Affinity Designer, and it's not going to quite be the same. You can't just highlight over a letter, and for some reason that doesn't quite work the same, but there is another way we can do this. So we can go up to Text, and then go to Show Glyph Browser, and show the Glyph Browser here. And it shows us all that we want for the royal signage is what I've got right here. We can simply type back into this, delete that T, and maybe use this one. We'll just double click, and then boom, it's there. Maybe we don't like this E, we can delete it and find a better E for us to use. Let's go with maybe this one. Click that, double click, and then boom, it's there. So you can see not quite as seamless as just highlighting over and selecting, but you can easily get it by going to your glyph browser here, and you can easily attach that here for easy access over on your right. And that's how you can get some really cool different effects in your type, other than just the standard variants that come with the initial font. Alright, so that's how you can access those extra characters and ligatures in Illustrator, Photoshop, and in Affinity, and I've linked the guide to that down in the description. So we do have a PDF guide for how to access this with little screenshots of what to do and where to go in the program. And even if you don't have these programs, the guide is really great at showing you how to go into your Mac or Windows font file system find the glyph or the character and then basically copy and paste it into whatever you're using. So if you have any questions or couldn't figure out really how to follow this tutorial, just go check out the link and download that PDF, and you will be on your way to figuring out how to use the extra characters and the ligatures. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching this video. I will see you in the next one.